Hi. Right. So M Cream is actually a story about the new generation in India today. And we're very excited to be releasing the film in India on the 22nd of July. The film has a wonderful and very fresh cast, and we had a wonderful time shooting it. It's a road movie. It's also India's first stoner movie, so that's very exciting. हाँ तो basically Himachal में एक गाँव है. There's a village called Malana, and M Cream is a very famous and a very notorious drug from that village, which is very popular with the young people and the youth of India today. And so the story is about these four friends who go on this road trip in search of M Cream. No, I'm the director of the film, writer and director. And the cast? Right. तो इस फिल्म में कुछ नए एक्टर्स हैं, जैसे माचा, ईरा दुबे, थिएटर के एक्टर्स और फिल्म के एक्टर्स, और कुछ लोकप्रिय एक्टर्स भी हैं, जैसे टॉम ऑल्टर, बैरी जॉन जो शाहरुख खान के गुरु हैं एंड वेरी फेमस थिएटर एंड एक्टिंग कोच, और लूशन दुबे भी हैं, थिएटर एक्ट्रेस एंड thespian. And it's a very fresh cast, very dynamic cast. Basically, Imad and Ira Dubey are the two leads, along with Aurithra Ghosh and Raghav Chanana. No, so this is actually a special screening for cast and crew and their friends and family. So, of course, we're very excited to have some very distinguished actors and people from the industry here today. So, yeah, a bit excited, a bit nervous. देखेंगे हाँ नहीं जैसे इमाद के मदर फादर ऑफ कोर्स नसीरुद्दीन शाह, रत्ना पाठक शाह एक्सपेक्टेड, देन लोकेशन में अच्छा तो बेसिकली पहला स्केड्यूल हमने दिल्ली में शूट किया था, और उसके बाद हमने हिमाचल प्रदेश में पार्वती वैली, which is infamous for its hash growing and the lifestyle there, of course. तो हिमाचल में हमने कुल्लू मनाली में शूट किया, धर्मशाला में शूट किया, पूरे हिमाचल में एक्चुअली, और ऐसे इतने ब्यूटीफुल लोकेशंस हैं. मैं किसी से कह रहा था कि बॉलीवुड के इतने प्रोड्यूसर्स और डायरेक्टर्स हैं जो विदेश, आई मीन द फर्स्ट चॉइस इज़ एक्चुअली टू शूट अब्रॉड, जैसे स्विट्ज़रलैंड में शूट करते हैं, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में शूट करते हैं, पर एक्चुअली इंडिया में इतने ब्यूटीफुल लोकेशंस हैं विच हैव नेवर बीन कैप्चर्ड. और हमारे फिल्म में आई थिंक फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम वी हैव कैप्चर्ड सम ऑफ द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल प्लेसेस. जब आप फिल्म देखेंगे आपको यकीन नहीं होगा कि दिस इज़ एक्चुअली इंडिया. आई मीन इट्स सो ब्यूटीफुल एंड इट्स सो it's just amazing. Right. नहीं, we're lucky also. Actually क्या हुआ था, it's a bit interesting because this film has actually gone to many film festivals. तो ये रोड आइलैंड में प्रीमियर हुई थी, जहाँ पे इसे सर्वश्रेष्ठ चलचित्र, बेसिक द बेस्ट फीचर फिल्म अवार्ड का पुरस्कार प्राप्त हुआ. So we were very fortunate, and ये फिल्म काफ़ी इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल्स में बहुत सराही गई है और बहुत ही acclaimed or appreciated है. We have won 10 awards. The film has been screened across US, in New York, in California, in Colorado, or Europe maybe in many locations and places such as in the UK, Ireland, France, Germany, Spain. And for the first time, the film will be coming to India. So we're very excited about that. और censorship के लिए actually हमने एक वो censored version लिया था 2014 में, जब लीला सैम्सन was the censor chief. So we were a bit we were actually, we had a longer cut, which we wanted to release in India, but because of the Uttar Punjab controversy and many other films that have unfortunately, and I think for very ridiculous reasons, been stuck in the censors, we've decided to release the international version. Because we actually didn't want any controversy and we didn't want to take the risk. So जो version हमारा censor हुआ था, वही version, international version release होगी for the Indian audience. हाँ नहीं देखिए ये बेसिकली इस फिल्म में हमने आज के युवाओं में जो वो बदलाव की मानसिकता है और चाह है बेसिकली पूरे इंडिया में एक नया जनरेशन है और 4 विद्यार्थियों के माध्यम से हमने ये बदलाव की मानसिकता को समझने का एक छोटा सा प्रयास किया है. सो बेसिकली आई थिंक इट्स अ वेरी रिलेटेबल फिल्म. ये अर्बन यूथ के लिए फिल्म है बट आई थिंक इट्स अ फिल्म दैट विल रेजोनेट विद ऑल द यंग पीपल ऑफ इंडिया. और आई मीन even in the film festivals, इतना amazing response मिला है हमें, and all the youth who've seen it have really, I mean, it's really connected with them. So risky film है, bold film है, radical film है, but I think this is a film that can really, really redefine Indian cinema, hopefully. हाँ, actually ये slightly controversial बात है, but बेसिकली इस फिल्म में हमने वो ड्रग्स और ड्रग्स का कल्चर को एक्सप्लोर किया है. तो रिहर्सल्स में वी वर एक्चुअली इन बैरी जॉन्स स्टूडियो रिहर्सिंग एंड वन ऑफ द एक्टर्स हैड रिक्वेस्टेड LSD व्हिच इज़ वन ऑफ द ड्रग्स क्योंकि हमारे फिल्म में एक सीक्वेंस है एसिड ट्रिप की सीक्वेंस है. तो वन ऑफ द एक्टर्स ने रिक्वेस्ट किया था जस्ट टू एक्चुअली गेट इनटू द फ्रेम एंड द कैरेक्टर. But I think it was a bit too much, so I mean, I think I mean we figured a way around it. But I mean, hats off to the actors because I think if you look at this film, the sex scenes and the drugs and everything, it's a very radical film. But I think it's not a sensationalist film. जैसे Bollywood में काफ़ी sensationalism भी है unfortunately, and the story takes a backseat. In our case, the story is very much at the front and the center of the film.
So do we see you directing a Bollywood movie sometime?
Absolutely. जैसे मैं कह रहा था that आज के ज़माने में आई थिंक दैट जो बॉलीवुड है और इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म है आई थिंक द डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन दोज टू इज़ ब्लरिंग. आई थिंक दैट बॉलीवुड में भी बहुत ही आई थिंक रैडिकल ब्रेव और चैलेंजिंग फिल्म्स बन रही है आजकल. एंड या आई थिंक दीज लाइन्स बिटवीन इंडिपेंडेंट एंड बॉलीवुड आर ब्लरिंग. सो आई एम एक्चुअली very excited about working in Bollywood, and I think in the future, I think Indian cinema is one of the most exciting cinemas today. Yeah, thank you so much. Huh.
This film is about people or friends find the best hack. They go to find the best hack.
Right.
So what all did you do to get the actors into that character?
Yeah.
In the trans character.
Yeah. No, so I think, I mean, the casting was great because I think Imad is anyway an actor who has, I mean, he's a history of taking very unconventional roles. He's a very brave actor, and he also belongs to a rich tradition. Both his parents are very fine actors. And yeah, so I think that this is a culture they're all familiar with. Because if you look at the youth of India today, everyone is actually experimenting with drugs like marijuana. And जैसे बहुत लोग, I mean, a lot of people are saying that this film is pro-drugs. I just want to confirm it's not a pro-drugs film. It's not an anti-drugs film. But it's a neutral stand. Because हमारी film में actually we have explored marijuana and cannabis. Jesse, some other films have taken harder drugs, which are negative, but in our film we actually are looking at marijuana, which is actually not even a drug, it's a herb. And so from that point of view, I think that we do hope it will open a debate and a discussion on this. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. I'm here now. Everybody go and watch the movie. I don't care about the pictures. Go watch the movie. What do I have to do? Yeah, it's very strong, the light. Listen, somebody tell, I need to tell Anya when she has to come. Can you message her? Okay. It was amazing working with Imad. I think this kind of pairing is actually very unique. Everyone talks about, of course, our parents and our lineage, but I think we are wonderful sort of new generation actors in our own right. We had a wonderful time making the film. When I first read the script, I couldn't think of anyone better to play this part. He's going to hit me for this because he keeps telling everybody that he's nothing like the character. But I don't think that's completely true. And it was a very unique pairing and a very sort of unique relationship. And the whole experience with Imad, with Raghav, with Oritra was a very special and memorable one. As you can see from the trailer, this is a very different, very unique looking film. I don't think we've seen anything like this in India before. So I'm very thrilled and very excited that it's finally coming out. And I'm hoping everyone will love it. You know what's funny is that, and when Oritra comes, maybe she'll also sort of remember this. When I first read the script, I thought Agnay was going to offer me the part of Maggie, which is Oritra's part, because Maggie is more sort of outgoing and vivacious and confident and sort of mupat, and people always see me in that sort of avatar. I don't know why. So because of the way I look, probably. But we are actors, we are performers, and so when I read the script, I picked up the phone and I told Agnay, I said, so it's a beautiful script. I was completely floored by him. Here was a 23-year-old guy who'd just come back from film school. He came to me with a script that was this thick, and he said, this is my first feature film. I've written it, I'm directing it, and I'm funding it. And I was just like, okay, So I was amazed by him, and he's an extremely talented boy, someone to watch out for. This is just his first feature film, he's so young. So I picked up the phone and I remember I said, so lovely script, lovely story, I'm on board. And so I guess, you're offering me Maggie. And he was like, no, actually I'm offering you Jay. And Jayashree's character is unlike anything I've ever played before. She's a very internal character, very strong, very quiet. She's a Bengali girl. She's got an activist bent of mind. She believes in causes. She believes in things. And she's very innocent at some level, very idealistic at some level. And how, through the course of the film, Figs and her, who are poles apart, when they first meet, one of my favorite moments in the film is when they first meet and they're at a party, at a farmhouse party in Delhi. And it's late at night, and they've been drinking, and so and she's talking to him about all this very serious political stuff, and he just looks at her and he says, "Who do you think you are? Che Guevara? You think you could change the world?" And she says, as seriously, she says, "Yeah, I think I can." So it's that, and at the beginning of the film they're poles apart, but then through the film obviously they fall in love. I think the nature of their relationship is really gentle. It's really, it evolves through the film. You know, you're almost like rooting for these two people to, okay, when is it going to happen, you know? So it's a bit, the build-up is so slow that it's actually very romantic. It's inspired, well, I've said this before, and Agnay, as you know, is a film school student. So he brings a lot of technical, theoretical knowledge to every project that he does, obviously his first film as well. So I remember asking him, and I'm also technical in the sense I studied theatre at Yale University, so I kind of have some kind of a theoretical background, a training in acting. And so I asked him very early on, I said, and I just asked him on a whim, I said, you know, is there somebody, you know, and I had like the image of a bird, I had my own references from people in my life and from my own work and what preparation I did for the character. But he did give me one name of a woman. She was a singer, she was a songwriter, she was a musician, she was an activist, she was a humanitarian. She was on and off with somebody who everybody knows, the world knows. His name was Bob Dylan. Everyone knows him, but nobody really knows her. This woman's name is Joan Baez. And she is, if you Google her, you'll see she sings like an angel. And she was a very quiet, very determined, amazing woman. So I used her. And I remember Agnay gave me her biography to read. And I sort of like, I was very inspired by her and her life. And I tried to bring in some qualities of hers. I mean, no one's ever going to notice that and know that in the film. And that's, I think, part of being an actor and doing a good job. But she was a reference point, yeah. Yeah, I am doing Gauri Shinde's next film. It's starring Alia Bhatt and Shah Rukh Khan and Kunal Kapoor. And in fact, Alia's coming over now, so she'll be here to support the film. And I am directing my first play this November, so theatre is always going on. Thank you so much.
सुनील बाजू सुनील दादा
So we shot this film like 5 years ago, and you cannot imagine how... You can hear me, no? Okay. Center look. I'll do this, yeah? Okay. So we shot this film 5 years ago. Basically, Agnaya was in his last year of film school. And as a graduate film, की जो graduate film होती है, English, Hindi, mix. So they have a graduate film, and as part of his graduation film, he gathered all his colleagues, his students, and they put together this film. They approached us, we came on board. 5 years ago, we shot this film in Manali, in Delhi, and now we're finally seeing the preview at Lightbox, which we're very excited to be here for. It's been a long journey for them, much longer than for us, because we moved on to other projects. But we're really excited to see this project come to light again, and we're here to support it. So Imad, I didn't know before because I just, I knew of him as a theatre actor, and of course Nasir's son. Imad is a really quiet person. It really worked well with his character as well. So, and we shared a vanity. So, I think the fact was that we all came from a theatrical background, and that really helped understand each other as actors, because we're not looking to sort of put ourselves out there as actors and stars and stuff. We're looking to actually tell a story. So in that way, we were all pretty much on the same page. Thank you. I do want to say, as far as M Cream is concerned, for me, M Cream is a film that speaks to the misguided sense of the youth today. We're all sort of going for the lure of sex, drugs, and rock and roll, whereas actually what the film speaks of is a much larger, much deeper message of actually speaking up for the injustices and the inequality that is existing in our society today. And that is actually what the role of the youth should be, and that's what really M Cream speaks of. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. I'm the associate director.
Sorry, I have slight eye infection, so I must wear this. Tell me.
Where? Look at everything. Center. Okay. This film's really been a lot of hard work for years. I mean, we started shooting it way earlier, and then finally we have an Indian release, which is a very big thing. We released in New York, we released in London, and we were all there celebrating, and we won so many awards. It's a really, really special film to me. बहुत खास film है मेरे लिए, because I actually started my career at that time when I was doing this. So it was a great experience, of course, and the cast and crew, and we all know each other for years now. So it's not like a recent release. So. What do I have to say about it? It's an intimate scene, like any other scene. We have lots of scenes and lots of different. It's a part of the story, and it's very essential in the story because you want to show and you want to portray a certain character or a personality, and that's how it's supposed to be. Maggie is she's a really colorful character. She grew up in Delhi. She comes from a troubled family. Parents के बीच में बहुत problem था while she was growing up. So she's a bit of a, I mean, she's a bit of a difficult person, and she has a mind of her own, and so the road trip is sort of orchestrated by her. She decides that she wants to go for a trip, and that's how everything starts. And she's playing the protagonist's best friend, and over the film, you realize how she has feelings or doesn't have feeling and gets confused about it. So once you see it, you'll know. Thank you, thank you. I can't see it. Thank you.
Both together. Ira. Ma'am, last one. Ma'am, look at left. Both together.
Left to right.
Yeah, ma'am. यहाँ से start करिए.
मैडम यहाँ पे अभी लास्ट
Ma'am, right. Ma'am, both of you right side. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, just a few. You want me to stand with you or want to do it alone? Huh? Alone, huh? No, I have done it. You've done it. What's happening inside? Jackie and all that. Just let it go in 2 minutes. And Naseem? No. You'll be on 5 minutes. Okay. What is to be done? और भी 5-6 रख दो और भी 5-6 और रख दो हाँ Well, I'm very happy. I mean, this is a film she did 3 years ago, and it's a very different type of film. It's a very independent film. I feel that very young directors are making very alternative kind of cinema, and I'm glad that Ira's trying all kinds of films. Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting because it's Nasir's son, and who's grown up in the theatre, and Ira's also grown up in the theatre. So the two kids who've grown up acting since they were very, very small. So it's cute to see them together in a film, and I'm really excited, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the film because the director has a very fresh, original kind of voice, and this is really a film from a very young director for very young people. So it's very exciting. ask her.
बोलिए. Actually मैं यहाँ पे ईरा को सपोर्ट करने आई हूँ.
Quiet.
मैं यहाँ पे ईरा को सपोर्ट करने आई हूँ. I don't know if many people know this, but वो हमारी फिल्म में है. गौरी शिंदे वाली फिल्म में, शाहरुख वाली फिल्म में, जिसकी टाइटल अभी तक रिलीज नहीं हुई है, जो होने वाली है. बट क्योंकि आई स्पेंड अ लॉट ऑफ माई लास्ट few months and not years, months. हाँ, lots of time with her, and she's playing my best friend in the film. So I wanted to come out and support her. मैं फिल्म देख नहीं सकती क्योंकि I have to go home and I have some other commitments. But I definitely want to give her lots of love. And she's a brilliant actress. उनकी मम्मी भी बहुत brilliant actress है. And her mom is worked with my mom, which is the best thing. So now we are here together. So basically that's why I'm here. We'll find out very soon. We'll find out. This soon. हाँ. You know, it was amazing. It was great, but I think it's not the platform to talk about it. We'll talk about it another time.
Can she do this alone?
हाँ, yeah. London के बारे में नहीं बात करेंगे. If you want to talk about M cream, we can.
No, we can't talk about London also.
No, we talk about London in private.
Okay.
हाँ? पूछो हाँ. Of course बनना चाहिए. But I don't again think this is a platform to speak about it. But definitely, biopics तो we should keep making. Of course I have. See, I think it's a very cool, quirky, very different, and definitely it's an A film, so adults go watch it only. But I think it's a new tone and new take on like a coming of age, a life of these, these youngsters, Ira and her co-star. And मुझे तो बहुत ही interesting लगी the way it was shot. And I feel कि इतने सारे festivals में official nomination हुई है. It's been such a favorite of a lot of festivals. I think it's great that we're giving so much support to new age cinema, and we should go ahead and do it continuously.
Everyone has gone mad asking us this question. They're poles apart. Firstly, she's so fantastic in Urta Punjab.
देखिए फिल्म होती है काइंड एज इन इंडी आर्टी कमर्शियल वो आई डोंट थिंक वी शुड सेग्रीगेट एवरी स्टोरी इज डिफरेंट एंड एवरी एक्टर शुड वांट टू मुझे मराठी फिल्म भी करनी है हिंदी फिल्म भी करनी है गुजराती फिल्म भी करनी है तमिल फिल्म भी करनी है हॉलीवुड में भी करना है सबको एवरीबडी वांट्स टू डू एवरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ फिल्म
True.
So yeah, I think we should just always support every kind of cinema. Definitely, I think first time was bad enough. I don't understand how कि ये दूसरी बार भी हुआ है. It's the worst thing for a filmmaker or a producer or actors to have their film getting leaked online way beforehand. Definitely not fair. और we should do something about it. But बहुत ही बड़ा issue है. So we'll have to start small and then build big. Oh hi. हार्ड हिटिंग आई डोंट नो बट जैसे कि हम लोग जैसे कि मैं भी बात कर रही थी वी शुड ट्राई एंड डू डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ फिल्म्स जैसे कि इस फिल्म की वॉइस और टोन और मूड अलग है सो इफ देयर इज अ डिफरेंट फिल्म व्हिच हैज लाइक अ मे बी नॉट सो हार्ड हिटिंग एंड इंटेंस बट हैज अ tone of maybe reality or जो youngsters के बारे में
I have to add something here that her choice of films has been absolutely amazing and she's not just done hard hitting she's done everything and she's got like years and years to go.
No, I think थोड़ा सा ब्रेक लेना पड़ेगा थोड़ी सी खुश हो जाते हैं हम लोग थोड़ी सी खुश हो जाते हैं और फिर वापस मैं आपको डुलवाऊंगी for sure.
Why is she going on asking personal questions? Cancel. PR.
Well, vacation was lovely. Superb. Am I not looking refreshed and happy?
What happens on a vacation stays on a vacation.
Where? Huh? You were saying something.
Okay, that's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. क्या वीडियो?
Very soon, nahi, soon. Very soon.
I want a quick.
Bye.
Bye.
It was lots of fun. It was an interesting challenge to get into the skin of the character. I thought that though I'm not very similar to him, I saw certain shades of myself in the character. So it was quite enjoyable to try and live like him for a while. He's a writer, so I did a lot of preparation for that and kind of really got into his head a little bit for the while we were shooting. I don't think we were nervous. We were more curious to see as to what kind of rating we'd get, whether we'd get any cuts. I think they had a certification from a slightly more easier censor board. So I don't think it was a big problem actually for this one. Sorry? He's coming to watch, yes. Yeah. Nothing to tell. We have an enjoyable vibe together. We play in a band. We tour a lot. Play a lot of music. We're putting out some new music soon as well. So it's good fun. डिटेलिंग काफ़ी करनी पड़ी वो परफॉर्मेंस में होपफुल आपको दिख जाएगा राइटिंग की प्रैक्टिस मैंने काफ़ी की क्योंकि वो एक एस्पायरिंग राइटर है वो दिन भर लिखता रहता है अपने नोटबुक में तो उस तरह की काफ़ी लाइफस्टाइल हमने उसी कैरेक्टर का अडॉप्ट किया जितना कर सकते थे उस टाइम पे और काफ़ी उसकी सोच में एंट्री करनी पड़ी It's in the pipeline, like nothing I can talk about right now, but stuff that's being planned. नहीं मैं काफ़ी क्यूरियस हूँ ये देखने के लिए कि इंडियन ऑडियंसेस इसको कैसे रिसीव करेंगी आई थिंक द रिसेप्शन विल बी वेरी पॉजिटिव बिकॉज ये फिल्म जो है वो एज ग्रुप्स को कट अक्रॉस करती है सिर्फ एक एज ग्रुप या एक ग्रुप के लिए नहीं है older audience, younger audience, middle-aged audience, of course youth audience is a big draw for this film. I think वो सारी audiences को cut across करेगी. I'm pretty confident that the response is going to be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to knowing what he thinks about it and looking forward to the screening on the whole. I get to learn a lot from my parents. I respect their work a lot. They worked very hard over the years, and watching them work is the biggest learning for me. Yeah, all right, thank you.
पहले तो 23 साल के बच्चे ने डायरेक्ट किया है। बहुत बड़ी बात है कि एक छोटा बच्चा जो अभी कॉलेज से निकला भी नहीं और डायरेक्ट किया हुआ है, इतने सारे अवार्ड लेकर आया हुआ है। और कास्ट भी है जो बहुत बड़ा कास्ट है, अच्छा कास्ट है। नसीर भाई का बेटा, लेरेट दुबे जी का बेटे, तो ये सब गेम बहुत बड़ा है। एंड आई थिंक इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ फैंटास्टिक फिल्म। आई एम हैप्पी टू बी हियर। ये है कि एक 23 साल का बच्चे ने डायरेक्ट किया, वो देखना है। इंशाल्लाह ज़रूर, अगर मौका मिले तो वाई नॉट। अच्छा थॉट है, ब्लू देख के आऊँ। आर.डी. बर्मन साहब के मुझे लगता है कि सबके ऊपर बननी चाहिए, सबके मेमोरीज रहनी चाहिए। और बर्मन, आर.डी. बर्मन साहब पंचम दा मतलब पंचम दा के लिए कल बताऊंगा।